What's good? It's your boy Fanon. I'm going to talk about Jarrell, Big Baby Miller, flapping off at the lips and embarrassing himself, talking about Deontay Wilder and, pretty much crapping on what this man has accomplished or trying to accomplish. And, dude's ridiculous, man. I did a live stream yesterday and people asked me about what I thought about it. And, I'm going to give my opinion in a video because I listened to what he said again, saw some other videos come out, and man, I'm going to drop my 2 cents on it. Now, before I say that though, hey, thanks for checking out the channel again. If you've not subscribed, please subscribe and hit the bell icon so that you can be notified when we do the live streams. Definitely like to talk to, everybody that wants to make a comment about the videos, and the best way to do that real time is to participate in the live streams. I don't schedule them, at a set time during the day or during the week. So the only way to really know about them when they come up is if you get notified. So, hit the bell icon and the and to subscribe to have the ability to do that. Also, hit me up on Twitter. I will put the articles and things that I talk about in videos on my Twitter account. And so, yeah, that's it. Now, so Big Baby Miller is a heavyweight contender. For people who don't know, I got to give a little bit of background. Jarrell Miller is a fighter out of New York City, and he's a heavyweight called Big Baby Miller. He is just recently signed with Eddie Hearn, did a co-promotional deal with Eddie Hearn in Matchroom Boxing. And there's rumors of Anthony Joshua fighting Jarrell Miller in New York City. Last weekend, of course, Deontay Wilder beat Luis Ortiz in an awesome fight for, a breakout fight, a silencing, critics silencing. Well, we thought should have been a critic silencing performance, but you know how it goes. It nothing going to stop them if they make up their mind that, they going to see what they want to see. So anyway, man, so this dude who's an American heavyweight starts flapping his lips about Deontay Wilder not deserving a shot at Anthony Joshua. How Deontay Wilder, just now when Luis Ortiz just fought his mandatory, wondering why he's only making $1.2, $1.5 million a fight. And, he doesn't have his own promotional company and all the shit that Eddie Hearn pumped up his ass to say. Man, shut up. What are you talking about, man? What are you talking about? Man, it's like, just listening to this dude talk. First of all, I don't have any beef with Jarrell Miller. I want the dude to do well. When I've commented on him, I think the dude's an okay fighter, at a world-class level. He gets in there with cats that can't fight, whatever, he's going to beat dudes. I don't want to disrespect his record. I think he's like 24-0 with 1 draw, something like that. But he's got 18. I'm not going to look up his record. I think he might have what is called 18 KOs, but what really it is 18 TKOs, right? Where he stops people by, accumulation of punches and laying his big ass on top of people. I'm just kidding on that one. But, man, dude can't punch his way out of a brown paper bag, man. And if he gets in the ring with Deontay Wilder, he's going to sleep. He's not on that level. And pretty much he got a contract with Eddie Hearn to get a fight. I don't know if his fights are going to be on HBO or whatever. I don't really care about the dude enough to really focus on when his fight's coming up. I know he's fighting this guy through Paupus. Great for him. But the stuff that he's talking about is just ridiculous. Number one, does Big Baby Miller make 1.2, 2.5, $2 million a fight? And just because you got a promotional company don't mean you making any money. Shoot, I can start a promotional company. That ain't difficult at all. All I got to do is go get on the internet. I got to go get this out what it takes to start a promotional company. You go to the internet, you get an articles of incorporation. You fill out a fucking blank sheet because it's called an articles of incorporation. You get an agent for the state, somebody that's hired to be an agent for you. All you got to do is pay him $100. You file your paperwork with the state of New York, or state of Illinois, or state of Kansas City, wherever you want to do. And then you decide whether it's going to be an LLC, whether it's going to be a sole proprietorship, whether it's going to be a S corp, whatever. Pick the fucking button and hit it. Don't matter, because you ain't got no business. So who cares if you got a promotional company? Because it ain't got nothing behind it. You can make a company in about 45 minutes in the United States. It don't take any time to set up a company. But you got to have some business, man. Are you telling me you got a promotional company? I'm sorry. Are you putting on cards at the Barclays Center? Where's your card? Where's your 5 and 6 fights that you got lined up, man? And TV deals negotiated with? You been doing that? With your promotional company. Like I said, man, I could get a promotional company tomorrow. And then he says something about, the people that are talking about this, talking about Deontay Wilder, what he's doing, they're not educated. Motherfucker, you ain't educated. What are you talking about? You just set up with some dumb crap talking about how you can set up you got a promotional company. Dude, I should do a video and go online and set up a promotional company. I guarantee you I can get it done in 45 minutes. That's not a big deal, man. That's not a big deal at all. That's smoke. You don't have a business until you got a company. Till you have a customer. Till you have somebody that's paying you. Unless you got a car, if you just have your name, promotional company, set on top of your hat while you're on a card where it says Matchroom Boxing, and Matchroom Boxing is the one that allowed you to put your name on that banner because they're the one that negotiated they're the one that has the contract directly with HBO. All you have is a subcontract. Get up out of here. You have a business to the extent that you're a boxer and you get paid for what you do. Man, get out of here with that. These people aren't educated. They don't know. Well, really, they ain't educated. Well, I'm educated enough to know this. That Deontay Wilder's mandatory was against Bermane Stiverne. And this was a voluntary that he didn't have to take against Luis Ortiz. And Luis Ortiz was Anthony Joshua's mandatory that the WBA let him off the hook with. That's what it is. But anyway, man, first of all, listen to what that dude said about that, trying to claim somebody ain't educated. And one thing that irritates me more than anything else, man, because it's like, if you spend enough time doing stuff, usually what they talking about is not that complicated. There's millions and millions of companies, man. If there's millions and millions of people with companies, anybody, it ain't that hard to do, to set up a company, to set up a promotional company. The difficulty is in staying in business and making money. That's the difficulty. Now, Jarrell, Deontay Wilder he's being successful at what he's doing. And you shouldn't be hating on the dude for that, man. Because you got a relationship and then feeding company lines. What kind of company line is that, man? For real, man, I don't want to disrespect Jarrell Miller, based on what he's trying to do in the ring. He's an American fighter, man. But come on, man. Don't tear down somebody who's basically in the same situation as you are, flapping your lips, man, about some shit that don't even make sense. Deontay Wilder doesn't deserve a shot against Anthony Joshua, but you do? First of all, Deontay Wilder is the WBC heavyweight champion of the world. He don't need a shot. He doesn't need a shot. He's already the champion. It's a unification fight. It's not a shot. He's a shot at what? A shot at becoming the unified champ? Well, shit, then Anthony Joshua's giving him a shot too to unify with the WBC. Just want to see the fight, man. And all those semantics to the side, I just want to see the fight, man. And I hate to quote, what people say, dude, if you keep doing what you're doing, your time it's gonna happen for you. You're going to be able to get in the ring with one of these guys, man. You're right where you need to be. You're getting the publicity that you need to get. People who you're going to fight Dukakis. You fought Jarrell Washington. You're winning your fights. You're doing what you're supposed to do, man. But don't crap on another man. Don't crap on another man's business just because you want to get there a little bit faster. And especially not in the environment that we have right now where you're feeding foolishness. Deontay Wilder doesn't deserve. What do you have to do? What is that? You complaining about a dude that's making way more money than you? And then the guy that interviews Jarrell Miller says, "Hey man, I thought Al Heyman was paying people good money." He's like, yeah, no doubt about that. No doubt about that. Al Heyman, those guys are getting paid. Those guys are getting paid. Yeah, damn right they're getting paid. Deontay Wilder just made $2.5 million. And he got a lot more out of it than just the $2 million because he just accomplished something that it should be in the eyes of American fans, making him stand out above other people. Other American heavyweights for sure. He's already the top of the food chain in American heavyweights, man. He's already firmly established in the top 3 heavyweights in the world, with Tyson Fury needing to come back. I'll put an asterisk on Tyson Fury till I actually see him in the ring. But he did what he's supposed to do, man, and you crapping on that dude. Dude's just talking nonsense. But most importantly, man, don't get elitist. Don't get don't get fancy. You a boxer, homie. You a boxer, dog. You ain't not no fucking Harvard MBA. Talking about I got a promotional company. Man, slow your roll. Slow your roll. There's a whole bunch of people with promotional companies. And like I said, you can set one up in a half an hour, Holmes. You can set one up in a half an hour. You have a business, and the business is you. The business is you. But hey, man, you're gonna make the mistake that other people make. You have a better chance. You have a chance to fight Anthony Joshua. But I'm telling you, man, if Jarrell Miller gets a fight with Anthony Joshua, man, Anthony Joshua's gonna look like an idiot. He's gonna look like if he gets past Joseph Parker and Anthony Joshua fights Jarrell Miller, he's gonna absolutely positively look like a fraud. He's gonna look like a duck artist and a fraud. Because you can't come over to the United States of America for Jarrell. If he wants to fight Jarrell Miller over there in the UK, yeah, hop your happy ass on a boat and go float the fuck over there, dog. Fly, do what you got to do. Go on over there and and if you beat Anthony Joshua, hey man, applause to you. But if it's over here in the United States of America, hey man, ain't no sneak moves, Holmes. Ain't no sneak moves. Ain't no way, man, we're going to try to listen. Let me tell you how we're going to be able to get, the American audience, convince the American audience that they love Anthony Joshua. We're going to bring Anthony Joshua over to the Barclays Center, and we're going to have him fight Jarrell Miller, we need to do it because we got to build up. We're trying to build up the Anthony Joshua, Deontay Wilder fight. So we'll have him fight Jarrell Miller in Madison Square Garden or have him fight in the Barclays Center. Nah, Holmes, if you come to the United States, it needs to be against Deontay Wilder, period. Because the argument for Anthony Joshua was that he don't need to come to the United States because of how much money he's making over in the UK. So if he's making all that money in the UK, why you need to even come here, man? Why you need to come here at all? You getting 20, if Eddie Hearn's rolling around in money over there off the fights with Anthony Joshua, why would you come to New York City to fight a second tier nobody like Jarrell Miller? Because in the heavyweight division, dog, I mean, hey man, Jarrell, you about a nobody, homie. You right there with Chris Ariola, not a nobody, a second tier fighter. Like, a Chris Ariola, Holmes. You're like, Chris Ariola, right around, you're not quite to the status that Bermane Stiverne was before, Deontay Wilder beat Bermane Stiverne the first time. You're not on you're not even on Bermane Stiverne's level, man. Straight up. You about right where Daniel Dubois is. I see about as much press and interest in Daniel Dubois as I hear about Jarrell Miller. But hey, man, that'd be wrong as me as American to crap on an American heavyweight, right? And, and diminish their accomplishments and talk about how nobody knows them and don't nobody give a fat rat about seeing them fight. That'd be wrong for me to do to Jarrell Miller. See, I have a hard time even saying your name, man. I want to say Jarrell Miller because I'm thinking about a Charlo. Somebody, who really is known, who really does have a fan base. does have some fucking footwork, ground to stand on when he starts talking, because he's got a major championship belt. Something you don't have, Jarrell Miller. Is it Jarrell? Yeah, it's Jarrell Miller. It's ridiculous, man. Look, Deontay Wilder, as a boxing fan, I want to see the best fights. If Anthony Joshua beats Deontay Wilder, so be it. So be it. I am not gonna cry if that happens. I want to see the fight happen. And the UK dudes that are doing all this, trying to minimize, and sometimes, man, I'm thinking like, are these dudes getting? I know you got YouTube. I know you're on YouTube and you got ads on your YouTube deal, right? So I know you are getting money for it, right? In AdSense or whatever you're doing, your super chats, whatever you're doing. I know you're not just doing it for just strictly for fun. So maybe, are you getting paid for it? But I'm wondering, dog, are you getting like subsidized to spill this nonsense? Because it's just nonsense, man. When you start hearing people talk about scorecards that on a fight that was ended by a knockout, you got to start wondering what in hell are these people, what are they really trying to do? Because you can watch what the other things that they say, and they're not dumb. They seem to be intelligent guys who have a reasonable ability to discern, right? Something is rational from irrational, right? But when you start saying stuff like, the fight was fixed because of the scorecards, the guy got knocked out. It's like, hey man, it wasn't he fixed it. He fixed it all right. He fixed it with knocking Ortiz out, which is the best, right? It's the best fight. It was just the best win on any current heavyweights resume. But somehow Jarrell, what's his name? I'm telling you, I have a hard time remembering this cat's name. Jarrell Miller. Somehow he's the one that's worthy of a fight with Anthony Joshua. Look, man, we know you getting paid, dog, but all money ain't good money, homie. All money ain't good money, dog. And don't lunch. You might get blessed. Now that'd be funny if Deontay Wilder said, you know what, I'm gonna bless you, Holmes. I'm gonna fight you. Let's see. You ain't never gonna get to the payday you think you're gonna get with Anthony Joshua if Deontay Wilder says, let's go. Hey, I got some time. You know what I mean? I got some time in a month. I need a tune up. Jarrell Miller talking about what he did to Deontay Wilder, and he was beating him and outboxing him and sparring and all that. Man, come on, man. Come on, dog. I don't want to hear that. I don't care about that, man. That dude might have been working on something that day. He might have had you in the ring and just been working on. I've seen sparring matches on YouTube. I've seen sparring matches, dog. Sometimes the cat's in there just working on what he's working on. It's not a real boxing match. Just somehow everybody has knocked out Deontay Wilder in sparring. You got dirt on Deontay Wilder. Man, you got fat on your lips, Holmes, and you need to stop talking. It's just ridiculous. But anyway, man, as far as Jarrell Miller goes, man, this is just, as far as that whole conversation goes, and man, just be quiet because you're ruining it as a businessman. It's a businessman. Let me talk one, businessman to another businessman, because you got that promotional company that I'm sure you're running and, is a multi-billion-dollar corporation you got over there, homie. You're going to have to sell a product in your company. And your product right now is you. And you don't sell yourself by tearing down a potential opponent. You tell motherfucker, you do what Deontay Wilder did because he's got a more successful business than you. So you might want to model what you're doing off of him. Knock people out. First of all, lose some weight. Because there ain't nothing worse for me than a fat heavyweight. What the fuck you doing walking around at 330 pounds, man? There ain't no reason for you to be holding on to all of that, dude. Get some discipline. Get yourself down to a fight weight that's reasonable, right? And look the part, number one. Because right now, dude, you look like refrigerator fucking Perry. That shit's ridiculous. Get yourself into some physical shape where you might look like something other than a big-ass, fat-ass doughboy. Second of all, compliment your opponents. and talk about how good they are and then say you're going to beat them. Because if you say Deontay Wilder's the biggest, the baddest, he's the knockout artist, he's knocking everybody else, he's an Olympic bronze medalist, and guess what? I'm going to beat him. And when I beat him, that just shows you how good I am. See, that's what you do when you're trying to sell yourself. When you're trying to when you minimize you minimize your product. When you minimize your product before you sell it, you're hurting your own business. You can't, but see, fight fans do that. They'll do it all the time. They'll say, oh, this guy was absolutely nothing until the fight was over, and then all of a sudden he became, a world beater after he lost. And then you wonder why the numbers don't do well. Because you out there flapping your lips, man. Destroying your own product, Mr. Businessman. Are you educated on that? You educated. Man, you educated about what's going on in the ring. You educated in life. I got no doubt that you're an educated person. But don't get up on your high hog acting like you got some gigantic promotional company because somebody allows you to stick a monogram on a fucking hat, dude. Anyway, man, peace. I'm out.